This video will be an ultimate guide for SCIZOR. I will be explaining all the moves, go over the build, and then also explain gameplay to really showcase on what you're supposed to do on SCIZOR. SCIZOR is a physical-based attack melee all-rounder, so it only does physical attack damage, and it's also very good against physical attack Pokemon, which I will be talking later in this video. And it's very based on having a lot of sustain. Like SCIZOR wants very long, drawn-out team fights, tanky enemy as well, and he wants to just heal, and dash into opponents over and over again. SCIZOR is also mainly played either on top or bot path. I would not recommend taking this Pokemon into the central area. For health items, I'm playing Attack Rate Weakness Policy, and the third item can be a lot of different things. It can be Focus Band, it can be Muscle Band, it can be Razor Claw, and also Energy Amplifier. CDR is also quite nice, and the Unite move also does a lot of damage with it on top of it. Usually I just go for Razor Claw, because the addition is slow. After using a move is quite nice, but again, you have all these options for health items. For battle item, you can either go for Eject Button, Shedinja Doll, or Full Heal. I like Shedinja Doll a lot right now, but you can play anything. If you're not confident on using this one, Full Heal is always good to go. X-Speed is also fine, and Eject Button also totally fine to use. And for emblems, very classic, we just go for a brown HP page, 6 white, 6 brown, and all the minor special attack emblems you can find. We start the game off as SCIZOR. We have Quick Attack and Fury Cutter. Quick Attack is a dash that does damage, and Fury Cutter is also a small dash that does damage twice in a cone of front of SCIZOR, and the second hit does more damage. This will be your last hitting tools. You can use them both together like this, Fury Cut into Quick Attack, for hopefully a quick last hit and a burst of damage. You can also do Quick Attack first into Fury Cutter, and Fury Cutter will be your main last hitting tool. For the passive, after using a move, our next basic attack slices multiple times and just pretty much does bonus damage on your basic attack. On level 5, you only have one option if you want to go for SCIZOR, because you either decide to stay as SCIZOR or you're going to evolve into SCIZOR by taking Bullet Punch. That's the only thing we can take. Bullet Punch is a dash in a direction, and after, if an opponent is close like this, you can see the circle, the opponent has to be close to the circle. We start punching into the direction of the enemy, and we also empower our Bullet Punch. So you can see there's currently a blue circle running around. That means our Bullet Punch is empowered for this duration. If this runs out of time, if we go back to 3 hits, this empowered version has 5 hits. So if we just miss it, like, I'm gonna go back to no cooldowns. If we just miss it completely, then it's just also on a higher cooldown. If you actually hit Bullet Punch, you can see currently it's 5-second cooldown by missing it. It also doesn't get empowered. If we hit an opponent, it goes down to 3 seconds, and we also get the empowered version. So it's very important to either walk into a team fight by hitting a wild Pokemon first to build it up. You like do this, a big quick Bullet Punch, and you walk into the team fight, and your Bullet Punch is fully built up. And just very important to hit it in general, otherwise the cooldown of it is quite long. You have to wait a long time for it to come back up. And earlier I talked about this being a sustain Pokemon, right? So Bullet Punch heals as well. You can see right here, every single hit that we do towards an opponent, it will start healing us. It doesn't heal per enemy hit. It doesn't matter how many Pokemon you hit, it will always be the same amount of healing, but you get a heal for every single Bullet Punch you hit towards your opponents. This dash can also go across walls. Gotta be a bit careful though. If the wall is too big, of course, you will be stuck and will not move through. But against these kind of walls, you can also dash through. For SCIZOR's boost auto attack, that's what makes him very good against physical attack Pokemon, because every time he hits a boost auto attack, first off it slows, but it also gives them a defense. So he has increased defense. This can stack up to 3 times the more boost auto attacks you get out, which makes it very tanky against very physical attack heavy lineups. On level 7 we have 2 very good options. First is Double Hit for more mobility, which I currently like, or we have Sword Dance for just more damage. Sword Dance is just straight up a damage boost towards this Pokemon. Gonna talk about Sword Dance first. We dash as well again, it's another dash, also goes across walls, and we get increased attack damage for 5 seconds. And every time we do damage now, you can see there's like a white buff building up under our HP bar, and if we reach 8, which you see, if you don't do damage at all, it will slowly go away, so you only have these 5 seconds of time to actually build it up to full, otherwise it just fully disappears again. And every single bit of damage you do towards a target builds up this white bar. So I'm gonna just do some basic attacks right here, Bullet Punch, and if you get to 8, you can see there's like this just straight up skill coming out that does damage into a direction depending on where you're facing. It always just goes, you can't control where it goes, it just goes in the direction you are facing. Very strong as well, just gives you more damage, also K mobility, and a bit more burst damage as well. Now for the other option we have Double Hit, which is also a dash, another dash, as Pokemon has a lot of dashes. And if we hit an opponent with this, it's kind of like Blaze Kick of Cinderace or Jump Kick of Dodrio. It's pretty much Jump Kick of Dodrio. After hitting an opponent, but it doesn't work on terrain. Like you can see, I'm just going to jump over terrain straight up. I don't dash on it. We dash onto opponent and we can choose direction we are jumping in. And we're also marking this opponent. And if we take down this marked opponent, all of our cooldowns will be fully reset, which is also quite nice. It does damage once, and you can also reactivate double hit. So let me put this bot on pause currently. If you can see there's like this circle, right? This is an attack you get after a double hit. So if you hit double hit on someone, you have a bit of time to reactivate a basic attack and you dash towards the target or to any target. It doesn't have to be this one. It can also be this one. You just have one basic attack that's empowered. I'm going to showcase as well right now. Here's the cooldown. If we reset it, you see our bullet punch is fully reset after getting this KO. There's a lot of things you can do with this as well. So it just has a lot of mobility. You can also combine it with your bullet punch. So I can be this far away. If I double hit bullet punch, we still get this final hit in. We still mark our opponent, and we can still dash to our opponents, which is quite nice. We can double hit this and can still chase a lot as well. We can also just have a lot of mobility. We can do things like this. Just jump all over the place, have a lot of extra mobility, which I like a lot because sometimes, even though SCIZOR has a lot of dashes on Sword Dance as well and Bullet Punch, sometimes against very rangy or very attack-heavy enemy, team comps, it can be quite difficult to actually reach your opponents sometimes. So I do like it a lot. And again, you can do this. You can be very far away. You can double hit, Bullet Punch at the end of it, and you get this final dash in, and you still mark your opponents. So in general, what I like doing as well is just the double hit, or we do like, we have our bullet punch built up somewhere, then we do a double hit onto opponents, we bullet punch, and then in case they run away, we can always just follow them with a basic attack and then bullet punch instantly again. On level 9, we pick up the Unite move. Unite move is point and click, and you will be targeting your opponents with this. So point and click has a pretty decent range. You will fly towards your opponent, you spawn all these illusions next to you, and if someone gets in contact with those, they get slowed as well. Then you can reactivate your Unite move. I'm going to wait for this to time out to show it again. So Unite move, you can shove your opponent into a direction like this. And you have a lot of time as well. You can see it is quite long up. And if you shove someone into your clones or into your illusions, they get stunned for 2 entire seconds. So this is very useful. Very strong in team fights. But be careful though a tiny bit. But shoving them into this illusion is very strong and something you should be looking out to do. Level 11 is a huge power spike because we get Bullet Punch Plus, which also gives us now a shield. So it gives us even more sustain in team fights. You can see the shield. It doesn't look too big, but it adds up over time because our cooldown is actually quite low, right? You can see our Bullet Punch cooldown is very low, so we can spam it over and over again. And it just gives us more and more sustain. Level 13, we get our final upgrade. For Sword Dance, we actually get a damage reduction by dashing. So if we're dashing like this, we take 50% less damage. Not too amazing, but alright. And double hit is also pretty boring. It just gives us 1 second less cooldown. Another thing as well, the Unite move does give us cooldown reduction after using it. So when we Unite move, right, we're gonna start bullet punching a lot more. Very important to just look out for your bullet punch cooldown. As soon as you Unite move, you can see the cooldown is super low because we get that cooldown reduction buff after activating our Unite move. Besides that, SCIZOR's pretty forward to play if you play Sword Dance. Again, you just want to build up that Sword Dance quite easily. Gotta watch out to make sure it doesn't time out. And now we're gonna jump into some gameplay. It will be double hit gameplay though, because that's what I'm currently playing. And we're going to check that one out. As I mentioned, we're gonna head towards either top or bot path. This game maybe head towards bot path. And we start with Fury Cutter because it does more damage. I'm gonna try to hit the first one and then we hit the double bunnies as well. Gonna head towards the right side and see if we can get some attack rate stacks in already. And if not, if the enemies have very good early game there, just back off and go back to the left side and just try to get to level 5. Right now they have an Espion, which can outlast hit me quite easily with that Swift. So I'm going to try right now with that Fury Cutter, looking for it, and I get it with that final hit. Dropping very low on HP right here. I do get 2 stacks and 2 last hits, but there's a high chance I'm going to go down right here. Use Ginger Doll. If I had X speed or eject button, could have maybe gotten away, but you never know that, right? Still worth it. 2 last hits or last hit, and also 2 stacks. Is still low for experience, probably even more than the KO they got, so it doesn't really matter all too much. Still quite happy with this. Just happens sometimes if you go stacking right, that you're going to go down. As long as you get something out of it, it's totally fine. And towards the Bite Turner, of course, want to get level 5 as fast as possible, so we get our Bullet Punch ready. Especially up against a Buzzwole, I want those special defense, physical defense sets as well. Again, we have physical defense counter, not a special attack counter. So against special attack Pokemon, SCIZOR can struggle quite a bit, which they have an SP on as well, right? So now we have to look up a bit of our bullet punch. Again, the first hit only does 3 times if we don't have it built up. So we do bullet punch right here as well. Looking for the last hit actually, and I do get it. Quick attack in. Now we have empowered bullet punch, and we can take him down with the basic attack. Again, the basic attack after using a move does increase damage as well. So always try to get those basic attacks in. Bullet punch again, trying to set Dano, and we're gonna get some healing. Sadly, Edigos actually took this last hit, or the score on the ground, which kind of denied me one more stack. I'm gonna try to stay alive right here, basic attacking, bullet punching. But in the end, we get ganked, we go down. But we still got 3 stacks. I could have had one more if Edigos didn't pick up those 5 points on the ground. But it is what it is. Early game can be quite difficult. SCIZOR needs some time. SCIZOR becomes very strong at very high level. That's where it really starts to shine. Also, if I get double hit or sword dance, it's going to be much, much different. Again, this game will be double hit because I've been enjoying it much more. And you will see why I like it more in this game specifically. So we went down twice, but we also got a KO, so I think it's totally evens out. We also have XP share on bot path, so in the end, we're not too far behind. Getting very close to level 7 now. Just gotta have to chill a tiny bit, and there we go, another NDD spawns. We're gonna go in with a quick attack, try to last it with bullet punch, and now we pick up our double hit. Bullet punch is currently empowered, so I kind of want to look for something right here. I'm also scared of dying, I still get it off. I'm gonna try to heal, jump over, or jump away with the double hit. Or Mewtwo's here, looking for the gank. And it's always important also to use bullet punch against white Pokemon to be able to heal. Getting chased down here by the Leafeon, but this with SCIZOR is quite nice. We just completely negate the entire Unite move damage, and we are going to live. Because Leafeon was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for other targets then. Didn't want to be bothered. And this is really nice right here, so this is pretty basic, right? This is the basic combo. Pretty straightforward. Onto the enemy bus wall. We bullet punch, oh no, we double hit across. And then we do a bullet punch into the basic attack. In case he has something up, we always follow him. Looking for the next one. This is another combo so right here. Instantly as well. Onto the Leafeon. So once again. Double hit forward. We don't get the extra dash though, right? But we hit our bullet punch and we activate it from very far away. As you can see, we have our empowered boost auto attack right now from the double hit. And we're able to follow Leafeon still and do a good amount of damage and just follow in general a very mobile Pokemon. Try to take him down. And he's still gonna jump back into us. Doesn't respect the double hit apparently. And now we take him down. I'm just gonna net move right here. I'm gonna take down this Espeon. Potentially go for the goal. But sadly, Basu is also still right here. We're just gonna straight up jump onto him. I'm gonna try to seal up with those bullet punches. Try to also get our boost auto attack out. So we get some defense stats against this bus wall. Our jungler is also here now. And we can look for the objective. Up next, we don't have very good objective last hitting. So don't try to rely on last hitting objectives with SCIZOR. And you have to get very, very lucky. Again here, the classic combo. Double hit, bullet punch from very far away. We're level 10 right now. I'm using SCIZOR right here to buy some time. Got over with a very nice Unite. We jump back in. Double hit on top of the Leafeon. And we're going to break the goal right here with 40 points. Right now it's fine to break it. We still really want this objective on bot path. And allows us to get, it allows us to get it a tiny bit easier. That's for sure. So we're going to take this down very fast. And then we almost level 11. Again, level 11 is also very, very strong. It just makes you tankier, right? Just being tankier is what also makes you do more damage. So I'm still need 2 more stacks. So I'm kind of looking for some scores right here. There's a Regieleki up on top path, but none of our teammates are going for it. So it's not really a point of playing for it. So instead I will go for my last 2 stacks. Because they do matter a lot. Just more damage, more healing, more shielding, right? What more can you ask for? So now we're going to head towards top path to defend this Regieleki. My team is currently pushing this goal right there, at least Crustless. I'm going to try to defend right here. Going in with the bullet punch, using some double hits as well to proc our Razor Claw more often. Razor Claw also very nice with this build. Just allows us to, close gaps even easier. Double hit across the wall right here, looking for either Leafeon or Espeon. I have Unite move up, so I would like to look for a fight. Again, using double hit across walls is also quite nice. Gonna go forward here. I have to be a tiny bit careful. I find a bullet punch, I walk away first, and I Unite move to dodge the Espeon Unite, and we use our reactivation to go back into this fight. We double hit across, looking for a reset right here, which I actually got. We double hit again. You can see suddenly I have so much mobility on this Pokemon, right? SCIZOR to dodge some damage, bullet punch towards the Baltoy for a shield and some healing. Double hit again. And this is why I just like double hit. You see there's so much going on in this team fight where might have just went down if I didn't have, or if I had Sword Dance. But again, Sword Dance is actually probably the better move. It's totally fine for you to go with. It gives you, again, also more damage. And more damage also means more healing, more shielding. So also totally fine. It's also a very nice combination with the Unite move, so Sword Dance into Unite move does a lot of burst damage as well, even on SCIZOR, just like it does on SCIZOR. Even if you have Energy Amplifier, like Sword Dance Energy Amplifier is a very strong combo on SCIZOR as well. Even though this Pokemon is not as bursty, it still will make you do a lot of burst damage. Looking for a fight right here now. Line tape out our teammates. This time we mess up our double hit bullet punch combo a tiny bit. A bit too far away from it. And now we just build it up. So one bullet punch, we build it up. We do use our double hit, and we're going to try to sustain as much as we can right here. Double hit bullet punch again. We jump in. We get one reset as well. We can instantly double hit. We do get X-Scissored. We get W Unite move right here, but it's totally fine. We activate our own Unite move, try to push him into one of our illusions, which we did. So Cross is stunned. And then we go for the Espeon next, and you can see how much mobility we have, right? So I Unite move right here. Again, I move him into one of my copies right here so that he gets stunned longer for 2 seconds. If you don't hit those, they don't get stunned. Then our bullet punch finishes them off. We have a mark right here. So our bullet punch is also reset. We double hit instantly onto this Espeon. Then we use our bullet punch first, because I don't want to attack first. I want to bullet punch first because my attack, my attack circle right here is currently up. So I bullet punch first, then I close the gap with that basic attack from the double hit. We bullet punch again, and then we just double hit and take down the Espeon for a nice little 4 KO. Now Crusher can score, I can score. And this, for some reason, this Tenace thinks he can jump in. I'm going to take him down very fast as well. Now we're level 14 suddenly. We are level 14. So this is where SCIZOR wants to be in late game. 13, 14, 15. As any damage dealer, of course, wants to be. But on SCIZOR, you really notice it a lot when you are very high level. You get very, very tanky. You heal a lot. You do a lot of more damage. Here again, the combo. Double hit into bullet punch. Gives us the basic attack. Sadly, we get stunned. So we couldn't quite go through with it. Take away Rip Buff right here. But in the end, I actually decide against it. And I'm just gonna dash around a bit again. You can see I'm so tanky right now. My Leafeon doesn't even do any damage to me. As long as I get my boost auto attacks out, he takes no damage. This was a bit unfortunate. He barely got out of range when I tried to get my boost auto attack in. It's not a boost auto attack, it's just a double hit empowered auto attack. And I went on a last all white Pokemon instead. Looking for some resets right here. We just keep on using our moves. Just bullet punch on cooldown. Very important to just spam this move as much as you can. Bullet punch again. We double hit across. I'm gonna keep my basic attack right here. Another bullet punch. And then we just keep basic attacking him. Double hit again. Bullet punch. Basic attack. And I mean, he can't kill us right now. Looking for the cross in the end. Just runs away. And I decide, okay, let's make sure I don't do any mistakes right here, because I'm 15. Almost. Edigos, I'm waiting for Edigos to heal me back up. Trying to play a bit safe right now. We have a decent lead. Our Mewtwo's down, so it's currently a 4v5. I still have Unite move up. So I'm gonna heal again. Just do one quick bullet punch onto Rayquaza. Heal up a bit as well. Get my empowered version in. And we look for an engage right here. Buzzful tries to look for a flank. Does get taken down. And I'm gonna go towards the right side. Again, one bullet punch very fast to build up the empowered boost auto attack or bullet punch. And now we go in. Double hit, bullet punch, auto attack. We're gonna go for the Leafeon. It's probably the most important target right here from the enemy team. And he decides to run away though, but we just jump, bullet punch, double hit onto the Espeon. Also take him down. It's only Leafeon, and I'm of course gonna look for him. Because with that Solar Blade, you can look for the last hit quite easily. So we're gonna look for a double hit into bullet punch again if he's around. First we face check, and there he is around. And now we're just gonna go for a quick double hit. Close the distance. Nice roll there as well by the Crusher. And we take him down. So early game was a bit of a struggle as always. Like, you will struggle early game as SCIZOR. Try to not die as often as possible. I also died 2 or 3 times in laning phase for stacks. If you notice it really just doesn't work, just play safe, farm up a tiny bit, and make sure you don't overextend all too much. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. We ended this game with 100k damage, I think, 14 KOs, decent amount of damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Check out my other Ultimate guides to learn the game better, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!